Welcome to the Buccaneers Observer. This is Ralph Phillips.
I'm Molly Bay.
We got some news for you. We're just going to make this a short one. This is the daily news program. Molly's got all the info, so take it away, Molly Bay.
All right. At camp today, August 10th, we had a hefty number of absences, I thought. We had Jordan Whitehead out, defensive lineman Sam Renner, wide receiver Cyril Grayson, center Donnell Stanley, safety Raven Green, and center Robert Hainsey. None of them practiced today. And so the Bucs are actually short-staffed at center, so John Mulchin subbed in at the position on the second field per Greg Auman. Tackle Josh Wells has been absent for the last two practices for personal reasons. So Donovan was out for 2 days for personal reasons. Josh Wells took his place. Now they're swapping. Josh Wells is out for personal reasons. And after practice, Bruce Arians said the offense looked a lot better today. But he said that Tanner Hudson has regressed in his blocking. So we have...
It's not good because he wasn't good to block to begin with. Or a good blocker to begin with.
No.
You know, he's one that is kind of a training camp preseason warrior. He last year?
2 years ago. I think his first camp, he was great. We were so excited about him.
He had that one preseason game where he just lit it up. And then last year, I honestly cannot think of a good play. He didn't get to play a lot, but he didn't have a good season. He dropped a lot of passes, and every time they put him in, he just did not play well. So we'll see. I'm actually surprised they kept him on the team. I mean, he hasn't fully made the team yet. There's still cuts coming, so it wouldn't surprise me if he gets cut.
Yeah, me neither. Two former Buccaneers were spotted at practice today, Rondé Barber and Simeon Rice. So, a nice audience to have. Well, and I guess none of the fans were there today. Nope.
Are you saying Simeon Rice and Rondé Barber are not fans?
No. Well, doesn't Rondé work for the organization?
He did. Yeah, he was doing game film.
Yeah, he was doing game film. And he had an office there, I thought. He was doing it like from his office. So
I wonder if he got a ring too. How awesome would that be?
I wonder if he was formally on the staff or if it was like a guest thing.
Yeah, I think it was a guest thing. But
I don't know.
We don't need to look into that.
I don't know. Okay, so we have more NFC South news from New Orleans. And
are you going to touch on that Whitehead missed practice today?
I did.
Oh, you did?
He was the first one I said.
Man, see, I don't listen to you.
You don't even listen to me, ever.
What'd you say? Did you say something?
Nope. My mouth is moving, just for fun. NFC South news, it keeps going from bad to worse for our division rivals in New Orleans. Kicker Wil Lutz confirmed that he will have groin surgery. No timetable for his return. August is a terrible time to decide that you're going to have surgery. Why are they doing this?
Why is everybody on the Saints doing this? And then they had, you're going to touch on this, we had Michael Thomas. He's going to be out because of his surgery. He waited till late to get it. And then Ogunmobile, whatever his name is, defensive tackle, he's being suspended for 6 games. He's going to come back. His first game back will be against us. And then their cornerback, you were going to talk about, right?
Patrick Robinson informed the team he will retire.
Yeah, it's a heck of a time to do it.
Yeah.
Waiting until...
Well, I watched Sean Payton's press conference from, I think, day 9 of camp, and they had a defensive lineman that was retiring too. Ogbo. I'll have to look up the name, and we'll talk about it in the podcast tomorrow. So, yeah, they're getting... seems like a not insignificant number of these.
It couldn't happen to a better team. I want to see complete, utter meltdown.
Well, after seeing what happened in New England when Tom Brady left, do you really want to be on that squad after Drew Brees leaves to see how that shakes out?
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No.
I would not. Nope. And then we had touched on in, I think, the last podcast, Deshaun Watson's situation there in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently he did not practice all last week, but it was injury related, like a calf strain or something, a hamstring strain. I think it was both, actually. But he returned to camp on Monday. You know, it was the media. It was funny. I read an article from Around the NFL, and they were saying, like, some reporters were like, oh, he had a really good day at camp. And then some reporters were like, he was nowhere to be found. So it was just completely, like, all over the place as far as that goes. But the GM said that he is not traveling with them to Green Bay for the preseason game. So he's not just, like, not playing. He's not even going. Will not leave the state. And of course, this comes after rumors that he could be traded to the Eagles, that the Texans have been negotiating with them. They probably just don't want him to get hurt. And frankly, I can't believe he had a calf strain last week where he didn't practice the whole week. I mean, that's not a very, like, if you're trying to trade him.
Yeah.
You do not want him hurt.
Yeah, you're going to wrap him up in some bubble wrap and put him in a closet. But, you know, I mean, I think any team that takes him is being really dumb. But, you know, there's a lot of desperate and dumb teams out there. Yeah. The Eagles fit that bill. Or the Panthers.
Both of them.
Both.
They check all the boxes.
Right down the list of idiots. It's like, yep. Eagles and Panthers right up there at the top. So, Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. What a mess. I don't even know. Do you think he's going to stay in the league? I don't.
No.
You know, when all this stuff is all settled and done and everything, it wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't play again. But you never know. I mean, weirder things happen.
Well, I think he might go to another team after the Texans. Like, the Eagles sound like it's ripe for him to land there. But I don't think he'll do well, you know, for several reasons. Like, Deshaun Watson, I've always felt like it's kind of the one-trick pony. Mm-hmm. You know, running quarterbacks. We're not a fan of those. But also,
until we get one, and then we're just like, he's awesome.
Yeah, I know. But I also think that that kind of legal trouble and allegations, whether true or not, just being embroiled in some kind of fight like that really takes a toll on you as a player. So I just don't know how your head could be in it while you have all that going on, and then you have to go and perform at your best. Like, it's just not, it's very difficult. So I would not be surprised to see him crash and burn wherever he goes. Not that I'm rooting for that to happen to him. I don't really have an opinion either way. And he could go to CFL or wherever they go, quarterbacks or, you know, football players go to see their careers end. I don't know where that is these days. Anymore. I don't know. But he'll probably go there and retire.
Quan Alexander is back with the Saints.
I forgot about that. I had that in my notes for whenever it happened. When did it happen? It's like my oldest note, probably.
It was August 5th.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, which is hilarious. You see all these Saints fans like tweeting that they have the best linebacker duo in the league, and you're like, are you on drugs? Like, do you watch any other team besides New Orleans? It's like not even close. Did you watch Super Bowl? They probably didn't, if we're honest.
No, they didn't.
Let's be honest.
They did not. Well, they watched it hoping the Buccaneers would lose, and then once they saw the domination, they turned it off. You know they did.
Probably. Yeah. Oh, did you see Al Riveron, the senior vice president of officiating, is retiring?
You told me about that.
Yeah. So goodbye,
Good.
Al.
After that mess he pulled with the replay with, what was it, the replay thing? Was it last year? Goodness, man, my brain just doesn't work anymore. He was in charge. They did the new replay stuff, and he didn't like it. He didn't want him to do it, so he really made it. I think you're not helping me out here. The replays
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Penalties or something. I can't remember. But he
was the one
he sabotaged
in New York,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. He openly sabotaged it, and he got his way, but now he's retiring. I guess he feels like his
they
job
ran
was
him
done.
out probably. Oh, Cam Brate came back to practice today.
Okay.
So I think he was there yesterday. He had been activated from PUP, but I don't think that he was dressed. So today he did return.
Okay. We got any news from the Panthers or the
No,
Falcons?
we'll do a segment on that next week.
Okay. I just haven't heard anything from
No, me neither. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just think the New Orleans news has been fun. So.
Yeah, it's been fun. I love it. They were dominant in our division for so long. Mm-hmm. So,
that's what happens. Everyone wants to see you fail.
Yeah.
They just do. And especially when you've been whooping their ass for a decade.
That's why everybody hates Tom Brady, because he's just been beating everybody up for 20 years.
I know. Did you see that he got booed at the Hall of Fame?
No.
Yeah. Peyton gave him a shout out, and they booed him at the Hall of Fame. And everyone pointed out, like, oh, look who's there, though. It's like Steelers, Denver, Indianapolis. Like, you're like, yeah, of course they hate him. Like, if he's not on your team, you hate him.
You hate him. Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I would too. Can you imagine if he was like on the Saints or something?
Oh my God.
I would hate him so much.
Speaking of which, there was a thread, somebody, I retweeted it on our Twitter, but someone was like, why do you think Brady's the GOAT? Is it his athleticism, his brain, his heart, like all these different options? And in the comments, there was an astounding number of people who were arguing that he wasn't the GOAT. And I'm like, I just don't, like, you people are delusional.
Well, you got to remember, half the people on the planet have an IQ below 100. So
they were all in that thread.
That's right.
100% of them.
That's what I like about Buccaneer fans, though, man. We're all on the other side of the 100 IQ scale.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're the smartest fans on the planet.
That's right.
That's right. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. We've gone over by 3 minutes here. See, we were like, oh man, are we going to be able to even get 5 minutes of information?
We did.
Yeah, we could sit here and talk all day. That's why we started this podcast, so we could talk all day. We need to work on your video because it's a little choppy and it's not meshing up with the audio too good. So
okay, we'll get that fixed tomorrow.
Yeah. I just thought I'd tell you that in front of everybody. So
great.
Okay. All righty, guys. Tomorrow podcast will be out. It's going to be out a little bit later than normal because we're going to do it in the morning tomorrow, right after we have our coffee. So we're going to be all like, woo.
Oh, yeah. The best time of the day. We're going to be at our peak.
Yep, at our peak. You're going to get the best of us. All right, guys. Till next time.
Go Bucs.